Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 1 Million Cups Fayetteville. It is so good to see everybody. We have a phenomenal speaker. Today we have Jennifer Frye with Appreciated Asset that's going to come and tell us a little bit about her business. Believe it or not, this is her 40th presentation for 1 Million Cups across the U.S. So she's gonna be fantastic. So you guys grab some coffee. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you. Wow. Really set me up for that one. Thank you. Did you want to drive for me? You want me to handle that? Okay, great. So hi, my name is Jennifer Frye. I am the CEO of Appreciated Asset Business Solutions. I'm going to hold up here. I'll start off while they're doing this. We'll go to the next slide, tell you all a little bit about me. So I am originally from Boston, but I moved to Charleston, South Carolina from New York City. I've spent really my entire career in business, in sales of some sort, mostly business development roles, and really developed an expertise in the top of the funnel activities, prospecting. Do you move forward one? Oh, thank you. Better. Okay, cool. So I really built my business around this expertise because it was not only my zone of genius, but it was something I really, really enjoyed doing. Personally, like I mentioned, I am from Boston, but moved here from New York, and I live in Charleston with my son Max, who's 9, and he's been quite busy, especially this time of year with all of his Christmas lists. Okay, so current situation. Most clients, when they come to us, they've built their business to a certain point through word of mouth and referral. And what they found is either depleted and they're not coming in the same volume in which it once did, or they're not getting the same quality, or as their business has elevated, their ideal avatar and client has elevated and they're not receiving that word of mouth referral anymore. So what happens typically is businesses go to look at their market at that point, right? They look to cast the widest net and bring in as much opportunity as they can by letting people know about who they are. And they try all the things, the funnels, the ads, DMs, that endless content cycle that we can be on all the socials. What still doesn't happen is they don't have new business appointments with their ideal prospects. They also don't have a consistent pipeline filled month after month. And so what we do is we come in and we create intentional growth for our clients and their businesses. Essentially, we create, build, and fill sales pipelines specifically for industry disruptors with something called our Sales Accelerator. And our Sales Accelerator is a concierge-level, done-for-you appointment setting service where we set new business appointments for our clients with their prospect wish list. But we do it consultatively. So rather than going, calling from your business, pitching you, selling you, pretending we work for you, we don't. So we don't do that. It's out of alignment to pretend that we do. Instead, we call for appreciated asset and we recommend you. Instead of pitching and selling and pushing, we're educating people. We're informing them about really great solutions that we know that they need to know about. And we do that through talking about your value proposition, your success metrics. Most importantly, we talk about what makes our clients disruptive. So a lot of times at this point, I get the question is, what's a disruptor? And I think that whoever you ask, you may get a varied answer, but I'll tell you mine. A disruptor is someone who wants to stand out against the status quo in their industry, in what's expected of them, because that's the way it's always been done. Someone who isn't afraid to rock the boat or make some waves, but provide delivery and service that is so far superior to that of the competition that we're able to eliminate them from consideration. And we do that by creating really compelling messaging. Some businesses are disruptive and they know it. That's us. No one has my business model, and I know that we're really doing very different things in the generation. Some businesses want to be disruptors, but they don't know how to get there. And what I find most often is a lot of businesses already are disrupting, but they're not being bold enough in their messaging to get that out there and to let people know. They're also not targeting their ideal prospects. They're trying too hard to be for everyone instead of really niching down and making sure that they're speaking directly to their ideal prospect. So we reach out, we educate about you, and then we set our clients up with new business appointments with their ideal prospect wish list. The other thing that makes us very different is the way we curate our prospect wish lists. So we create your ideal demographics. Those are the basics, right? Location, geography, size, revenue, team, industry. But then we also look at the ideal psychographics. Has anyone in this room ever had a one-call close? Where you get on the phone and you sign a new client right then and there? Oh gosh, guys, it's the best. It's like the best first date ever. Chemistry is amazing. And you get off that call and you're like, why can't it always be like that? That was so easy. It's so fun. There's just fireworks. The calls that we set for our clients are like that. And the reason they are is because we've identified that it is the ideal demographic, right? They have a solution. Our client has a solution to their prospect's problem, and the prospect acknowledges that they have that issue. So that's the surface level. But what happens underneath to really create that chemistry where it's just the smoothest, easiest, the simplest transaction available is relationship building through identifying the right psychographic. The psychographic is things that we identified that creates commonality between our clients and their ideal prospects. Things that create values alignment, where they are like-minded and like-hearted, and that's where you really see that incredible chemistry that's unmatched. Okay, so our ideal clients are B2B service-based businesses, coaches, consultants, and home services. The way we work with a home service business is we help them expand out their commercial business, their B2B business. So for example, a pressure washer, rather than going from residence to residence, we are helping them with property managers and apartment complexes, garage structures, things like that, much larger jobs. We work with businesses that are established. They've been around for a little bit and they're continuing to grow. They want to continue that trajectory. Businesses that yield at least $10,000 in annual revenue when they sign a new business client. Typically, the clients that we work with are doing between $500,000 upwards. It's actually about $20 million in revenue for our average clients. And then businesses, our ideal psychographic are businesses that are disruptive or want to be. Our approach is three-tiered. We start with our disruptor designer. There's a series of messaging exercises that we take our clients through that really help identify that compelling message of what sets them apart. Look, being 5% cheaper, 10% faster is a snooze fest. No one cares. It's not going to get their attention. So we need to create some really compelling messaging, and we do that. That we then create a really beautiful script that's like a choose your own adventure, where we help the prospect self-identify their worry points, what keeps them up at night, as well as their objections, because those are two different issues. We look at that list that's carefully curated and targeted, and then we go through a prospecting roadmap of other ways that our clients can be prospecting. We go into launch where we're training our team and making any modifications necessary to the script or the list. We do that by collecting data as we go. And then we go into maintenance where we're consistently keeping that pipeline full month after month, as well as looking at prospecting strategy for other channels, other ways that you can bring new business into your world as well. So that's who we are and what we do. And I'll have you take any questions.
Jennifer, do you do this by the basket that catches the prospect coming in, say they're searching for them online, or do you take their existing list and work that?
We do cold outreach and we make it warm. So we are reaching out to a list that is separate from anyone. Sometimes we'll receive a list from our clients that say, look, these are the people we really want to be in front of. You get me in front of these 50 prospects, I know I've got the right solution. Sometimes it works that way, but most of the time we are curating a list based on the demographics and cross-referencing that with the psychographics.
Do you take their avatar that they have? Or do you find that most of them have an avatar? Do they even know who their best customer is?
I would say it's a mixed bag. It's both. A lot of times we work with clients who are very clear on who they want. And then as we go, maybe we dominate that market. Maybe we've really exhausted that avenue. And then what we do is we expand out, and that's what we always say. Instead of starting with anyone who or anyone that, let's really niche down here and then expand out as we dominate each and every one of those categories.
Jennifer, what's an emerging hot market that you guys are looking at working with?
So I will say emerging in the last 24 months, we have seen massive success with home service businesses.
Yes, I heard it yesterday. I was at a chamber of breakfast yesterday. I heard a lot about home services post-COVID.
And I believe this started during COVID, where people really wanted to start investing in their properties and enjoying their spaces a lot more. I also think as the real estate market has increased and expanded, that people really want to stay in their homes and currently. Property managers, recruiters. Recruiting is a huge category for us because we can keep them client facing. And most of the recruiters we work with are very niche down, and they're really very clear about who their ideal customers are.
So how many out on how many you work with at one time?
We have about 30 clients right now. We are growing every single month. We're bringing on 8 new clients for December. I have a business model and a team where we expand as we need to. So we're bringing on a new caller for January because we do have a new client that's coming in with quite a few accounts. And that's, we just bring on our callers as necessary. I've got about 8 on my team currently. And we expand that as we need.
Yeah, but what is the, you don't have to share this if you don't want to, it might be proprietary, but what is the transition, or how do you work that when you call and say, you were looking for such and such, but this is appreciative asset, and we just want to tell you that you're making the right choice. So how would you?
Yeah. Can you remind me your business name?
Yeah, so.
Okay. So, hey, this is Jennifer Frye. I'm calling with Appreciated Asset. We work with businesses all over the North Carolina area on different B2B solutions, but I'm specifically calling you today because Madison Consulting, one of our partners, has been a phenomenal resource to our other clients locally in helping them increase their online visibility. So I wanted to see if I could set up a call to speak with you, with them directly about, how they might be able to support your business. They can point out to you the 4 things happening on your website right now that are preventing you from top page visibility.
Pretty good script.
Yeah,
That really is.
That's the first time you've ever said it.
I mean, straight, no notes, nothing. I mean, straight.
I've done this for a while.
Yeah.
Who else has a business? Let's do this. But that's what we do, and that's what makes it, because we genuinely are vetting our clients. We say no to clients as often as we say yes to them. We have to be sure that this is a business that has value, that is in integrity, and that brings value to their clients.
Yeah, well, I like your philosophy. It sounds very solid, because when I cut my teeth in the business, and we would just throw 5 pounds of fat on the desk and grab by the scruff of the neck and make a contract. That's how we sold. But this, sales is nothing more than sharing. That's the consultative part of it. It works out better for everybody. It's a win-win.
It's education, and that's all it is. And so it takes the fear of rejection off the table. We're here just to tell you about a really great solution, and you need to know about them. And we are convinced, and we feel very strongly that they need to know about them as well.
Well, and they might not even know if you're bringing up to their attention of things that are wrong with their website or their marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure some of them go, well, why did you know?
Yes.
What would be a couple suggestions you'd have for companies that might be smaller, that don't quite fit into your range,
Sure.
to help them approach this? You would approach their clients, their smaller.
So I mean, the first thing, and I do, we do some kind of one-off sales trainings for teams, and we do that as well. We look at that prospecting strategy. We do that separately as well as with our done for you service. It's kind of a done with you. But the biggest thing I would tell you is 99% of sales is just mindset. And if you know that you have a service that is of value, that can help people and that can make an impact, it's your duty to reach out and let people know about it. The biggest mistake I see businesses making is staying on the same hamster wheel that they've always stayed on, not asking, not seeing other opportunities. Well, we serve this market, or we only do this. Getting a little bold and trying something different. And then I also really deeply believe in a level of vulnerability with when you are making those leaps and saying, look, I think that this will work. I want to collaborate. I want to do this together. And really putting yourself out there to try something different. Because I heard this at a conference I was at a couple months ago, and it really rocked me. It's so simple though. What got you here in your business is not what's going to get you to the next stage of your business. So you have to do something different, or else you're going to we'll be here next year at the same time. You're going to be in the same spot. If you keep doing the same thing, you get the same results. So I would just say try something different. And I've got like a ton of books, mindset and marketing books and all that I would recommend. That I'm happy to, I could talk for hours about that. Yes. Yeah. Look, we work with businesses that are growing, that are looking to grow. But I talk to businesses all the time who are like, we're good with where we are. We just want to keep it as is, and we want to keep things steady. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of businesses that operate that way, and they're very comfortable and happy. If your goal is to grow, again, it's about getting out there and trying something different. But I would say, look at experimenting. One of the things that I did when I was growing my business is I looked at those around me that I really admired what they were building, and I asked them. A lot of times people go to the wrong people for advice, is what I found. And so rather than asking my other friends who were in the same stage of businesses I was in at the time, I was asking kind of that 2 levels up of what they were doing. And then I just did that. I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. And one of my friends actually that I asked and that I followed some of her advice, I met her off a cold call about 4 years earlier, and we just become fast friends from a cold call. Yes.
How does this work from a standpoint of, so our business is pretty much a traditional, kind of traditional, but I'm looking to look forward. But like I said, the industry is small, right? And so how would this fit?
I mean, I'd love to, learn more about what it is that you're doing in media, but if it's, I would say maybe looking at another vertical market or another application for the product or service that you have that's outside of maybe the traditional route that most people take.
In your intro, I heard that you have that's focus.
Yeah.
Seminars. What have you gotten from doing?
Well, first of all, I can stand here without having a minor stroke, because a year and a half ago when I started, I would like black out when I get up here. So that's good. So I've really strengthened my presentation skills, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong. But also, I think that the ability to be out in front of businesses and business owners all over the country, create awareness for what it is that I do, but also I have met some of the most amazing business owners and been able to connect them with amazing resources. Because at the end of the day, really at the core of what my zone of genius is that I see connections for people that they don't see for themselves. That's been the biggest blessing of 2023 for me is I've really been able to identify that as that is my magic power. And so meeting people, and I had a call with someone that I met in a 1 Million Cups, and she and I just connected. We did a one-on-one, and I connected her with someone who connected her with someone. They had both lost children, and she was thanking me because she didn't have anyone else in her life, and because of the connection I made, and it was just like this beautiful butterfly effect of something that brought this woman comfort during the holidays, which was a very difficult time for her. Just having that kind of ability to reach people that I would never have met someone in that part of the country otherwise has been really, really incredible, and I'm so grateful for it.
Any other questions for Jennifer?
Jennifer,
Yes.
are you working with anyone in transportation services as a partnership with home services?
I have not. But I could.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What type of media services?
Media services. I mean, our done for you service is outbound cold calling. So media services is really not part of our product offering. We do have clients with certain media solutions that we work with. But that's another thing that we do is we offer exclusivity to the clients that we work with. Because how can we recommend you if we're also recommending your, direct local competition? So, the clients that we do work with get our exclusivity as well.
If there's no other questions, I will take the last question.
Sure.
Jennifer. What can this community do for you? How can we help appreciate it?
So I am always looking to strengthen my presentation skills. So I would be happy for any feedback that anyone has on that. And also my focus for next year, gosh, push is a terrible word for this, actually. The flow that I'm going to get into next year. I'm really looking to expand out our home services and work specifically with franchises and businesses that are part of national franchises. Because of the nature of our business, and I'm handwriting all the scripts myself, I tend to bottleneck our growth capabilities, and getting in with a national franchise would really allow us to serve a lot of clients with our capacity.
Who's one of the franchises?
I mean, I've worked with franchises with garage doors, with insulation, encapsulation, with rug cleaning. I've got about 5 categories.
You have another question?
You mentioned the startup. Do you have a geographic boundary?
We work with clients all over the country. We have 4 clients internationally currently. Yeah, so we can work with anyone there. The beauty of telecommuting. Yes.
Any other questions? My favorite quote was 5% cheaper, 5% faster. What a snooze fest.
Yeah.
Because we all think like if we can do it faster or a little bit cheaper, then it'll be winning. We'll do it. But people, if they're getting quality, they don't care about the prices much. I mean, it's
selling like that is transactional, and what we do is really focus on creating relationships and building value. So if you sell someone and close them because you're 5% cheaper, what do you think is going to happen when someone comes behind you and is 3% cheaper than you? They're gone. So it's just not a way to build.
Happens every day.
Right.
It will happen today. But
Yeah, not to me.
Thank you, Jennifer, for
Thank
your
you guys.
time.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. So now what we are going to do is
Yes.
Does anyone have anything going on in the community? I know Linda may, or Ricardo, if you have anything, or anyone else, feel free to take this time to mention anything going on locally in the community or announcements at this time.
We're planning, we're planning for something called Google Plans, and they're investing, basically for our students, we're doing the assessment for. So if you have any, business, basically Google provides training and play. Go into your small business, do the proper assessment for you. And we think for the business part of applications that are
Our next one is that
the application. State of North Carolina, doesn't matter. Basically, a pretty solid assessment.
Is that like a website audit or a complete map of where you are online?
It'll be an on-site assessment and basically like the web presence. So we're going to basically into your website. So we'll get all of it. Not to nerd out, it's called open source. You have personal information.
My name is Pastor Jackson, and I'm the founder of an organization called Building Generational Wealth. I'm a real estate broker here in North Carolina for 12 years. We're currently looking to acquire a hotel. So we're looking for people that are interested, like-minded investors that come on to hotel.
investors for hotels. Anyone else? I know Linda. Linda McAllister with Up and Coming.
Right, and what I just pointed out is the current issue that we have. Inside the season, is the outside, there's nothing to speak of. There's one version of this place that involves the asset and the children. Let's get Memphis this weekend. All the weekend is the Charlotte version, which is very traditional. Josh Turner, who's a big country western star, he's coming in December, that's this weekend also. That issue from last week that has and Giving Tuesday was yesterday, but still in bed. Foundation has made it so easy because they've got all the nonprofits and entered and they were probably a great living and yeah. So it makes it very simple.
I'm holding a receiving Wednesday today, so any donation.
Isn't Josh Turner the one who
Yes, I thought so. I thought so. Yes.
I'm familiar with all the songs.
Yes.
So I got it online.
Beautiful lyrics. Yeah.
Beautiful lyrics. So, well, thank you, Linda. Sounds like we have some exciting things. Anyone, oh, Ricardo, sorry.
Stealth business.
Here's my friend. So just to reiterate, we are probably 120 days maybe in now at the director from the small business. It is doing great. I'm like you said, we can go. We got some great grandsons and we're working on the next young entrepreneur. So my goal is to target the high school and just the area of some of our students as well. Try to get funding through some of our banks and some of the other small businesses to make it more of a draw to the students to get them interested. I want to have maybe two formats, a group and then individual, where we're just in the early stages of putting it together. We're also looking to do a food truck summit, so then we can kind of, I'm in the food business, so I kind of know how the good and bad goes. So we want to set the standard and let the community know how to do it right. So we're planning to have like the health department come in, some of the better known vendors throughout the city, show their truck off at this place. So we have some great things that we're trying to put together. It's still early on. I have a lot of energy. We're trying to balance it out. All the time. If you don't know, you do an initial counseling session with the Small Business Center. I actually sit down with you. It's supposed to be 30 minutes. Sometimes they go 2 hours. I just go really in detail with clients. I try to help them find whatever they're missing as far as connections or ideas they may have not considered. She was just saying some of the same things. That's what I do, and it leaves sometimes just with a bunch of notes, and it may take 2 weeks for them to contact me back because of the thoughts, but we're really focusing on getting the structure of business plans in place. A lot of people come to us now because social media promotes. It is so easy to have a business and just go forward. So I go back to the basics, the ABCs of business, and we just who are you? What is your business? What do you provide? What do you do? That's more so, what I promote. So it takes a little bit less processing time the way I do it now versus the old system, but I feel it's going to be productive for the community and it's going to help people understand that it's just not a given thing as far as going to a bank and saying, I want to start a trucking company. It don't work like that. If you have any businesses or anybody that wants to maybe even have an idea to see if it is a business, I'm more than willing to sit down with them. I love to sit down and talk. Me and Ms. Kim get a joy out of just having them in the center with us, and we just share our ideas and our experiences. And that's what my gift is to the community, is my trial and error and experience. So I transfer that, and if I can help them step with step, then that's what I try to do. So if you know anybody who's in need, they can be in a different county. We're connected, all 58 small business centers. So if you have somebody in Charlotte, there in Raleigh, they can contact me, but I will connect them with the center that's in the area so they can get the service they need. And they just want to deal with me, and so we will make it happen.
Well, and so, for anytime anybody says anything about, like, I think I have an idea for a business, this is free to everybody in Cumberland County. The
Right.
Small Business Center, you don't have to be a student here. All you have to do is be a resident in Cumberland County. If you're not a resident in Cumberland County, he can still get you the right contacts and ideas that you need. The other thing that he's focused on is the funding piece, because a lot of times we have to help people fix their credit or put things into place to be able to get funding for business. So I know that's some of the focus for the free seminars that will be offered when we return next semester. So all of those seminars are free. Everything that is offered through the Small Business Center is free. And on his the food truck summit, the college should be getting a food truck by the end of this year. So we'll have it, and we are starting a food truck diploma program in the fall that we will partner with and make sure that people know how to, because that is a low cost entry business that is easier and helpful for people that are wanting to get into the industry that way. So we're trying to partner and make sure that what we're doing on curriculum side balances and supports what our community is saying they want to see in Vegas. So if you guys need special seminars for people that you know, get with Rico and he can try to set them up. Okay.
For example, so on the 23rd, starting the first of the year, we have our first seminar is ABCs to start with small business. Some of these seminars, like I told Ms. Kim, I've never sat through a webinar until I took this role. I did my first webinar, and the guy was he had me so locked in that I had to just give my son an iPad, and I just stayed. I watched the whole seminar. I really just got to log in to introduce myself, but information, if you own a business, information he gives you, there's no way you could have learned from what he was given, and for the fact of it being free. Yes, sir.
Hey, Rico, do you have any flyers for your seminars? The reason I asked this is because I was at the Chamber of Business breakfast yesterday, and several businesses were asking me what the seminar schedule was looking like for
Okay.
ABCs. Hope Mills, and of course, Tuesday morning in this room next week will be the Fayetteville Chamber.
Right.
Business networking
Yes, sir.
session in here, so.
We got it. We'll get it.
Okay. And also, one last thing, that good coffee y'all drinking this morning, that's one of the clients, small.
Yes, it is.
And you will be in the new year coming to give a seminar in person about business plan. So, would you be posted on the date? I really would love to get anybody that says they want to start a business or considering it, I would love to pack the room out for that seminar because he is a wealth of knowledge. He like literally started this business with us, and we can track record of that 10 years document to the point he is now a whole year during this business. So and he's a counselor for our center too. So.
And food trucks, Linda brought up a great point. The most recent edition of Open Common.
Page
has-
nine.
Page
Hey,
nine.
Email. Yeah, page nine. Yeah.
And regarding what you're saying about the seminar, we need to do a story about that. We need to get that in our events page. Because the data bill is.
Which one?
Which one?
With one, we haven't instilled it. Just I gotta get with my beautiful team and get our date.
That's true. Let's know about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because now we can list it in page 3.
Awesome. So if y'all don't know, we're on the second floor, 205. Somebody see us and see us here. Should get you signed up and we'll go for it. Thank y'all.
Something.
So my name is Becky Thompson. I'm just gonna give you a brief overview. My passion as well is community. My overall goal is to connect the rural community to the city. Some people say that was not the city, but for some of us who live out where the roosters can still be heard in the morning time, it was a city for us. So my drive, my motivation is to, like he said, to connect the community together. We can't really do that in the rural community because when our internet goes in and out, let's just be honest, our internet goes in
Happened
and
last
out.
night, see?
Yeah, it's like, right now, Robinson County has like water issues, and you gotta roll your water. I know Bladen County has that issue a lot as well, and I'm connected really heavy in the nursing community with both of those states. So let me backtrack, and I'm going to tell you who I am. My name is Jennifer Frye. I am a nurse by trade, and I have a nonprofit that's called the Bees Needs Group. So I chose that name because bees work together for one goal. My goal is to bring healthcare and youth into business. My bachelor's degree is in business administration, healthcare. I have 6 Sigma certifications. And I am just really driven to have you not make the same mistake that we all make. For us women, we have had children before we figured out what life really was. Men the same. You had to get out there into the workforce. But let's backtrack and bring some compassion to these thoughts. Not the shoulda, coulda, woulda. But if you can tell them, without telling them, if I had only, the stuff that you if you only do before you do it, and you only have one life to live. And we also realize that as adults, your sister can get through an particular child before you can. So, us knowing these things as adults, my group is really focused on making sure that the youth can bring their ideas to the table because in long-term care, I realize that as these people are laying in bed, no family members come to visit, who's there to take over for us? It's going to be you. So we have to inspire them, we have to motivate them, and we have to encourage them that they feel a part of that before it's too late. Because once they get involved, disengaged, what population are we going to be? We already have high crime rates. We already have people that feel, even through COVID, now have been able to come up and say, I just, like, what am I here to do? That's one of the biggest questions that even through adulthood, three words, and it says, who am I? So if we can help the youth identify this at an earlier stage, I think we'll have a more productive, population coming up. So the vision group is focused on entrepreneurship, life skills training, and pretty much getting them involved. So when Sales Tech has some items like this, my overall goal is that I would need to make this come to fruition. I already know you, Ms. Fairmont. Do you try to know what Fairmont is? Okay, that's good. So, I have a little bit Fairmont, it's out, this is really, they are trying to come up with the community. I do have one of their older buildings. So if I had a request, it would be some help. I would like to invest in a vehicle, which I know how to obtain one through the website. But again, it goes back to funding. And I also would just need some help as far as bringing the word out, honestly. I have a mentorship program that I set up once my building is, functional. And that's the plan, is to connect people in unity to RCC, to FTCC. Maybe have a pre-screening, then I'll send them over at whatever level. That's just my goal. I'm excited about that part. And I've even done the same thing for my kids. Like I have their cars being tracked out, we're on the same page. We've had trial and error, but they are truly really the focus of what I want to do. And I mean, they actually agree with my managers, because I have been on this, I've invested almost about 20,000 in this whole idea. I started in 2016 with my for-profit I'm also opening a CNA school, which I plan to connect with RCC. For CNA program, which is introductory program, and the line is good. So that is who I am, that's how you can help me, and that is what I do. That's it.
Everyone, yes, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Everybody doing
Hi.
good? All right. And Steve Jones, pretty much from King. Reason I that's about me, I'm actually a journalist. Actually contribute to the company. We greatly contributed to the Observer, and I own my own company. Cover the next one. That's all the way up to U.S. Capitol cover and national campus. One of the things that I'm here to offer is like to look at getting the word out. But most people in this have businesses, but at the end of the day, the biggest question is why the business. Big, it's money, why would it work? Why? It's not just his music that I'm saying. Most people that I meet when I go to Greenfield, people feel like they know their vote. But at the end of the day, they're going to purchase the service. They're going to build it, they're going to feed it to their nonprofit, they're going to invest to whatever you have that they're like store. And a little bit about my story is more so it wasn't like this not playing and looking like they tell my kids. I'm not sure if you protest anything that happened here. So there I was kind of there the newspaper started writing close to the level of I was just picked it up from bring problems those further also part of the businesses, also with that, I made a part of first private system, part of baseball stadium. First private system, so not that long. One of the big things you go won't see the rock from flying from Charlotte, flying out with so here it's what's on them. Also,
He's also one of the,
Your events, do you seek private donations?
Um,
Do you go to businesses?
so it's a combination. First off, I go to my leader folks that I know have businesses that I want to work. I go to people who want to work. So I'll just once we acquire something, one thing is I'll learn about corporate responsibility also. So I know it's a certain amount of money that every year we have to be exactly what it takes to not get taxed so hard. So I do go to businesses, if they want to contribute. But most people already that are from here, especially been here for a while, they kind of already have an idea of what's going on. So utilize what people already have, like if I'm doing food, Brenda got a restaurant, hey, let me give you some money. You already do it, you buy this food. Save money. It's time to tap into it. You're right already. Hey, don't get this word out. Well, it look like it's a whole bunch of money, but something that they always do.
thank you.
To put your business card in the red bowl. If you don't have a business card, I can give you a sheet of paper to write your name. Everybody has to fill it. Jesse?
What?
How many did you put in there?
I put them all in there.
All right, so
Just
our
like
first
you
door
won the
prize,
mayor's
we
race.
have a little tote bag.
Oh, gotcha.
Every mayor needs a tote bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
And
right.
this is the crap, y'all know Jesse Bellflower is gonna be elect, mayor-elect for Hope Mills.
Congratulations. Our next prize. Mug.
Wait. Okay. David Brooks. Okay, and one more.
So this is our, Sammy's of Hope Meals. They are one of our sponsors. They donated a $20 gift card. So this is Sammy's of Hope Meals.
Jennifer.
You're right.
Yeah, you
Let's
might
pick
not
someone
want to.
local, yeah, let me pay that forward.
Derek Mato.
Ah.
So y'all, thank you. We are here to support and do all we can to help the people of Fayetteville and the community. So if you need anything, get my card, reach out to the Small Business Center, reach out to Laura.
And this will be our last MC for 2023. So we have a little bit of a break with the holidays, and then after the first of the year, our first one MC will be January 10th. And we will have Eric Stevenson, and he is a, owner, he owns El Vuitton. Evuton. He has a very unique business. He's a great guy. So that's it for today. Thank y'all for coming.
And thank you to Colombian Coffee Roasters and Superior Bakery for the coffee and the, oh my gosh, the designs are amazing.
Stay warm, y'all.
Thank you, everybody.